Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Jank Drawer. This is Sam. This is the Jank Drawer, and we are back on the account that we've been using to do our live Twitch stream challenge, where we've started with a brand new, fresh account on MTG Arena, and we are going to try and bring that to a level of competitive viability where we are able to start actually competing at like high ladder matches and playing into challenges, and you know, the sky's the limit. Right now, we are very fresh into the new account. But I figured that I should record the things that we aren't going to be doing on stream so that we can be able to still have that be accountable and that we can show that to you in a limited fashion at the YouTube. So what we're doing today is we're doing the Midweek Magic event. Midweek Magic this week is historic Pauper. And so we have put together this Pauper deck that we are going to try and use to win some matches of Magic the Gathering. This is using entirely commons that we have either opened in the limited amount of packs that we have opened so far. I think we're sub like 80 packs still on the account in total. And then the things that are given to you in the starter decks that they give you at the beginning of every brand new account. I've just kind of put together this Is It Terror deck. The main goal that we're going to do is that we're trying to play Tolarian Terrors as cheap as possible. And then we have a couple of other creatures, namely Cloudkin Seers and Gitu Lava Runners. They are cheap, efficient threats that can just get in for chunks of damage. And then we're just playing Control and Burn. So we've got Shocks, we've got Burst Lightnings, we've got Unsummons, we've got Ops. Cheap counterspells, Don't Make a Sound, Wild Unraveling, Refute, Combat Tutorial and Quick Study as our big draw spells. And then Scorching, Dragonfire, and Lightning Strike as just either face or just removal spells in general. And that's the deck. We're going to try and get 3 wins because every win that we get in this event gives us either at least a rare, which is great, or a mystery cosmetic. And we just need all of the rares and the mythics that we can get in this account. And so we're trying to do everything we can do. And this is going to be gone by the time that we start back up. So this is probably something that you can look forward to every single week, is that we'll be playing these matches, we'll be trying to get these rewards, and we'll be doing this as just kind of a midweek upload in between games that you'll see from our Monday streams. But let's try and get some wins. Okay, we immediately found our first match. Got a Shock, we've got an Opt, we've got a Terror, we've got a Seer. Our Opt is going to help us find land number 3. I actually really like this hand. Let's keep. Now, just because we're playing Pauper doesn't mean that these decks aren't going to be good. It generally means that they're actually going to be very good. And so this is still going to be quite a challenge because you can play with any common in the entirety of what's on MTG Arena. This person is playing Great Furnace. That's a very good card. We're going to play this Swiftwater Cliffs. So this looks like some sort of mono-red affinity list. Nope, we are at least Rakdos affinity. This is like a real Pauper deck, and we are an approximation of a real Pauper deck. Tolarian Terror is a real card in Pauper. We need to draw any of our removal or bounce spells. We didn't. So we are going to die very quickly here to this Cranial Ram. Deadly Dispute is an insane draw for our opponent. They get to Deadly Dispute, blow up this Experimental Synthesizer, draw 3 cards. Or just kill us. Do we draw... We drew a removal spell. But it's not a good enough removal spell because we were able to kill one of these, but we still are facing lethal. So this, I think, is going to be pretty challenging for us. We are just going to kind of desperately fight for any single win. Because if we can win any games, that's a victory for us. But we're just going to try and play. I'll come back when we get the next one. Here's our next game, chat. Oh, here's a game, chat. I don't know if we're going to include the first one. Here's our game. This is a good hand. Oh, our opponent just immediately conceded. Perfect. Then let us see what our reward is. Let's see what our reward is. Any win is a win, and we will take it. This is a huge moment for the save. Free rare. Oh, it's a mythic! It's a mythic! Huge! It's an unplayable mythic! Dracogenesis. Unfortunate. But 8 mana enchantment, 6 red. You may cast dragons without paying their mana cost. It's a mythic. We will take it, chat. Okay. Let's find a game. Okay, chat, here's the game. Once again, it is us on Is It Terror versus our opponent, Porygon, the veteran explorer. We've got Gitu Lava Runners, we've got combat tutorials, we've got an unsummon. This is a pretty good hand. We'll start with our Swiftwater Cliffs. Our opponent seems to be taking a minute to decide what they want to do with their hand, but we should be good here. Our opponent is on some sort of affinity shell, most likely. They have played an affinity land. We're just going to play multiple Gitu Lava Runners. This looks like Grixis Affinity, if I were to take a bet, since they have Grixis lands that are also artifact lands. But we have all 4 of our Gitu Lava Runners. This is a pretty big clock. We are being able to hold up an unsummon, so we can unsummon whatever creature our opponent attempts to play first. This is going to represent a lot of damage next turn. We also now have all 4 of our Gitu Lava Runners in play, so let's combat tutorial. We would like to draw 2 cards. We'll put a counter on one of our Lava Runners. We'll get in for 4. This represents unsummoning whatever creature they play this turn. They're just going to draw a billion cards off of their thought cast, but unsummon into shock. We get to attack for... We get to do at least 6 damage next turn. Shock. And then we can attack for 4 more damage and hold up all 3 of our unsummons, actually, which is kind of huge. We can use these to either protect our own Gitu Lavamancers or to unsummon whatever big creature they play. Because right now we are on a clock. We've put our opponent in a place where they are dead in 2 turns. They're going to play a Cranial Ram. In their end step, we will bounce their Germ. That kills their creature. Okay, unfortunately, they can Deadly Dispute to gain a whole bunch of value off of it. My turn. We'll play Mountain. Now we're out. We have multiple outs to win this game. If we can make sure that they don't stick a blocker, we win through combat next turn. If we draw a Burst Lightning, we win, because we can kick a Burst Lightning. We get to hold up these unsummons. The backside of Tithing Blade is at the beginning of their upkeep that they gain life, so here's a Cranial Ram. What is our opponent going to do now? Our opponent has, like, free 4/4s that they can play in their deck. Okay, so Cryogen Relic is going to let them, if they sack it, put a stun counter on one of our creatures. We are going to attempt to unsummon their Cranial Ram. Get rid of the blocker. And then we are going to pass the turn. We're going to attack for 4. Do you have something with Flash? They're going to just Burst Lightning our Lava Mancer. I think we're fine with that. If they have a second one for our other Lava Runner, then that is a problem. No, they're going to just take 2, go down to 2. They continue to be dead to almost every card in our deck. We'll just bounce our own Lava Runner. It has haste. But also, if we can draw a Shock, if we can draw our Burst Lightnings, if we can draw a Lightning Strike, we are live to so many outs that do 2 or more damage. Oh no, they have made it so we discard that. Scorching Dragonfire is annoying because it can't go face, but we can use it to kill this beetle. But we have now lost this game because they can now just attach these Cranial Rams, and this is going to be a lethal attacker. Unfortunate. If this was any other red burn spell in our deck, we win this game, chat. I should stop calling you chat. I'm so used to streaming now, which is wild since I started doing it a month ago. Okay. I'll be back when we have a game. Here's the game, chat. This is a good hand. We've got a Lava Runner, we've got a Shock, we've got a Quick Study, we've got a Terror, we've got a Lightning Strike. We can cast every spell in our hand except for Terror. Unfortunately, they are going to get to have an Elvish Mystic in play and ramp into something on 3. All our opponent did was cast an Explore, so we are honestly okay with that. We will play this, and we will shock this Elvish Mystic. We're a little scared of what our opponent can do on 5 mana. We're less scared of what they're going to do on 4. We'd love another land. The fact that we don't draw another land is annoying. We're just going to Lightning Strike this because now our Lava Runners have haste, and we're one step closer to being able to actually cast our Tolarian Terrors. Perfect. I think we'll just play 2 Lava Runners and start trying to get our race going. Does our opponent have some crazy 5-drop or 6-drop in hand that we should have been afraid of? Silverax Shaman is big. It will trade with a Tolarian Terror. Let's try and draw another land. We did. Or just hold up our Lava Runners. Unfortunately, we would have to trade our entire board for their entire board, as it currently stands. Gonna go get a forest into play. Our opponent is certainly ramping to something. I don't know what they're ramping to. what big dumb common they have in their deck. Let's play this Cloudkin Seer. Ooh, a shock. If we can draw another red source off of this opt, perfect. We can now shock this Llanowar Visionary. And now our Tolarian Terrors are only 2 mana. Honestly, best draw in our deck right now is an island. Untapped blue source off the top is one of the best cards we can get. Unfortunately, we did not get it. But we'll just play 2 Tolarian Terrors. And we'll start getting through for 2 in the air every turn. Because we can block this Greater Sandworm. Are they going to play another Greater Sandworm? If you play multiple Greater Sandworms, then I might have an issue. Just because I only have so many Tolarian Terrors. And my Tolarian Terrors are very big, but your Greater Sandworms are bigger. We are now just going to hold up this Refute forever for whatever spell they try to play. They have an Introduction to Annihilation, so when they get to play that, we get to draw a card. And then they played an Owlbear. Okay, so they didn't play their Introduction to Annihilation, which means that we are just going to attack with this Cloudkin Seer and hold all of our things, because when they attempt to Introduction to Annihilation, we can refute it. The Burst Lightning also makes it so that our Tolarian Terror trades 1-for-1 with a Greater Sandworm. They have to pay 7 mana to do this. They did. We are now going to pay this Refute. We will discard this Combat Tutorial. I hate discarding that Combat Tutorial, but I think it's overall better for us than not discarding it. If they attack with this Sandworm, we just trade this Sandworm for a Tolarian Terror. Ooh, we actually love this a lot, chat. So, we are going to pass to blockers. We're going to block with 1 Tolarian Terror and 2 Lava Runners, because the Lava Runners aren't doing anything for us anyways. And then we are going to Burst Lightning this Greater Sandworm. And so we are trading 3 for 2, which isn't great, but now we can start attacking with our Seers and our Terrors. Drawing another Refute is also huge, because this Owlbear, we now have a 2-turn clock, unless they block with their Owlbear. And so now we're racing, and we win this race every single time. And if they try to play a big creature that we care about, we can refute it. Elvish Mystic isn't a big creature, so we don't care about it. Greater Sandworm is, and so we refute that. We draw a shock, we discard a shock. They'll attack for 4. We'll go down to 13. Our opponent has seen the end of the days. We get it. We did have fun that match. Thank you so much for asking. Okay, and that brings us to our next reward. Okay, chat, here's another guaranteed rare for the new account. Let's see what we get this time. Okay, we didn't get lucky into a mythic. This is just a rare, but our rare is Gev, Scaled Scorch. Okay, so this isn't necessarily a great rare. It's not on any of our lists that we want, but like there's a dedicated Lizards deck that definitely wants you to play Gev, and Gev makes that Lizards deck very, very good. So we're happy with that. Now let's go and find our third win for the end of this video. We've got our next game, chat. We are here with Crazy Wood. I don't hate this hand. We don't have a second blue for our Wild Unraveling, but we've got a Swiftwater Cliffs. We've got a couple of Get to Lava Runners. We have early pressure. Don't love that we are playing against another Llanowar Elf deck. Very honestly, there's a likelihood that we should have just been playing Llanowar Elves and playing a Llanowar Elf deck ourselves. Llanowar Elves is one of the best cards in Standard and is one of the best cards in Pauper. But I wanted to give us something a little bit different than what we've been doing in the actual live stream for those of you that are watching on Magic Mondays, because we are playing a green-blue ramp deck currently. So we are going to play a Lava Runner, and we are going to kill this Llanowar Elf. Luckily, our opponent used their Llanowar Elf to ramp out a Presence of Gond, which is a very good card, especially in the Pauper Elves deck. Just being able to tap to make infinite elves. Let's opt, see if we can find another blue source. We didn't. On the top, do we find one now? No. So we'll just play this. We'll play another G2 Lava Runner. We'll Burst Lightning this next elf. We just got to kill all of the elves in the elf deck. And then we will attack for 4. Next turn, we're perfectly happy to just play this Cloudkin Seer, or since they played a blocker that we can kill with our Scorching Dragonfire, we'll just, kill it with our Scorching Dragonfire. Okay, so 1 mana, scry 3, draw a card, most likely. Scry 3 all top. That's the worst thing I think I've ever seen in my life. I hate that so much. They drew another Druid of the Cowl. Okay, so we will Scorching Dragonfire, kill this Druid of the Cowl, and then we'll attack with these Lava Runners. Now our opponent's back at 12. We have a counterspell if they try to play something really scary. If they're just playing a Druid of the Cowl, I think we're fine. We'll play a Cloudkin Seer, draw Scorching Dragonfire. We'll just keep repeating this. Kill the blocker, attack for 3. We've now got a 2-turn clock. Okay. If our opponent has no blocks, which they don't, we'll just shock them, and there we go. We've beat elves. Cheap, efficient creatures, good counter spells, good damage spells. It's just as simple as that. We didn't even play any of our terrors in that match. If we had resolved a single terror, we would have also run away with that game. Cool. And that brings us to our last reward, chat. This is a random cosmetic. What do we get? Ambling Stormshell, a card that, once again, we don't own, but if we were to ever pick one up, now we have a very pretty version of it. I hope that you had fun with this video. I know I had fun making it. It was quick and short, but this is just a little bit what we get up to here at the Jank Drawer. We play fun games like Magic the Gathering. We are live on Twitch every Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Mountain Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Time every single day. We play a variety of games. Magic is usually reserved for Mondays, but I'm hoping to bring you some smaller content like this that you'll be able to watch throughout the week to hopefully drive you to there and to all these things. We're doing a lot of really fun things here behind the scenes. We are working on getting things set up so that we can either have interactive spaces in the Discord and in a Patreon and things like that. And all of the support that we've been getting has been fantastic. We look forward to continuing to get some of that with you all. We hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a comment, like, and subscribe. And please join us on stream. You can catch us live almost every single day, and we get up to a lot of really fun things. I hope you enjoy. I'll see you all next time. I've been Sam. This has been the Jank Drawer. Take care of yourselves.